Right now, I'm going to take you through a couple of questions that I have been receiving from just people. These are just the frequently asked questions I've received yesterday and today as you guys start exploring MagHub. One of the first ones is with this contest. A lot of people have asked me, how do I see how I am doing and how other people are doing in the contest? It's pretty easy. Right here, you'll see on your home page, there are add gadgets. You can add a gadget by clicking on it, and this gadget to see how you're doing in the contest is called the contest leaderboard. Once you click on the contest leaderboard, nothing comes up yet because you have not chosen a contest. Click on options, select a contest using MagHub, and then click save. Now you can see how everyone is doing in terms of their score with using MagHub. Remember, we give different points for adding a completely new contact that is not in the system. Same with a company, creating an order for that company, then submitting that order, and then you as the person that is the order is being submitted to signing that order. Right now, I'm going to just scroll through a couple of other gadgets that you might be wanting to use. You can look at your monthly per issue stats, new accounts per reps, sales rep activity ports. You can also see just your status of different contracts. And yeah, I guess the AR aging could be helpful too in your activity to-do list. So when you're using gadgets, these are helpful ways to look at different snapshots on your computer of what is going on. Right now, hopefully most of you have figured this out, how to create a company, a contact, an order, and then send that order. Right now, I'm going to do all of those steps. This is especially important for those who have not done this yet, but even if you have done this, I'm going to explain a couple of things that people have had questions about as I'm creating the order. So right now, the easiest way to create a contact and a company, a new one, is to start by adding a company. This company, I'm going to call James Test Company 4. It is very important that we do not send anything to actual companies. These are just test companies. As you'll see, I'm automatically assigned the primary rep. I can add additional reps right here. Right now, we don't have any contacts in the system associated with this company. So you can see right here, there's a plus sign. If you click on the plus sign, you can add a contact. Our contact type is a contact. The first name, since this is a test contact, is going to be myself. It will be you for your test contact. So I'll enter my first name, last name. Any information that is in bold and has a star next to it is required. So gender is not required. None of these are required, but you can enter them if you wish. And then right now you'll see there is a placeholder email address in the primary email address field. What you want to do is you want to add your email address and pretend that you are the client right now that is going to be sent the order. So add your email address, make sure they're subscribed to the Client Center access, and click Create. Now you can see the primary contact field is filled, and it has my name in it since I am the client of James Test Company 4. I'm an advertiser. The only publisher you can select is Robin Media, and then the market, international or national. I've added those, and then the final additional required attributes field is the magazine associations. Right now, I'll associate this company with beauty packaging and click Create. And this is where a lot of people have issues. They click Create and then they have contacted me about the primary category. It does require a primary category. There is really not much of a difference between primary and secondary categories, as you'll see right here. The main thing is that you have to enter something for a primary category. So for beauty packaging, I'll search for bottles and jars, and as I'm typing it will come up because it is already in the system. I have put in over 220 different categories that were submitted by you guys. So as you search for them, they will come up. With a primary category, you can only associate one category. But I can add additional categories by saying something like applicators. Maybe, do I have mascara? Master batch plastics, I'll add that one. All of these categories, when you search for them, will appear under one field, and we'll see that soon. So I'll click create. Next, I can associate myself as the billing contact. If there are other contacts, I can find the artwork contact and the distribution contact. Save and continue. Now we'll see this dynamic attribute magazine associations has already been selected. I picked beauty packaging earlier. If I wanted to pick another field, I could pick the trade shows and events that it is associated with for any of the magazines. Please look through these trade shows and events because I took the majority of them off of your media kits. Check to make sure all of them that you need are in there to be selected for your publication, and if they are not all in there, please contact me with ones to be added. So I'll pick beauty packaging trade shows and I'll say they go to the HBA Global Expo. I can add additional ones if I wanted to. If they also went to happy trade shows, those are ones that could be added too. But right now I will remove it. And then I'll save and continue. Finally, you have the billing info. If all of this is correct, you can save and continue. If they do have special billing requirements, please look here and click yes and add those billing notes. Right now, I'll leave it as no. Save and continue. Now we've created the company details page for James Test Company 4. I have not created any orders yet, but if you draw your attention over here to the categories, you'll see that even though I picked a different primary category and other secondary categories, they are now all listed as categories that can be searched for. So the distinguishment or the discrepancy between a primary category and a secondary category is not that important. As long as you associate one primary category and other secondary categories with it, you will be able to search all of those categories here. You'll see the additional company details up here where I have the trade shows and events and the magazine association. Next, I want to create the order. The easiest way to create an order is to go to perform an action since I'm already on the company details page. I could also create the order by going to sales and create order and then look up the company. But I'm going to go to create an order right here. We see that James Test Company 4 comes up. I'm going to select beauty packaging as my contract template. There are no parent companies. If I wanted to add one, I just click the plus button. If I wanted to add an agency, I would click the plus button. We don't have any associated opportunities yet with this company, and you can add internal billing notes here. We also have our contacts here as well. Save and continue. I'm going to add a sales item. We only have print in right now, and we are still adjusting some of the rates. There are no digital ad items set up, so please do not add any. I'll choose print advertising. I'll choose beauty packaging, and then the correct rate card is the beauty packaging 2017. Since I have associated categories with this company, it will ask me to choose one of them. This is not important for us, so it doesn't really matter which one you choose. It will not necessarily appear on the contract template. It is just a requirement that is built into MagHub. But if I wanted to, I could choose their primary category. I believe it was bottles and jars, and say it's a bottles and jars. Again, this is not going to affect the order. This is not going to affect the placement. This is really just for notes internally. Select a size. I'll do a full page. You can upgrade from a size, select right hand only, but again, the only required fields are in bold and have a star next to them. The color I'll select is a 4 color, and I'll pick the frequency as 1 time. You'll see that this automatically populates. I'll pick the issue, and I'll click save. Now I've created a new ad item. Right now, since there is an unlocked button, I can return to this and edit this order if needed. But right now I do not need to edit this order. So I'll click save and continue. This is what the order is going to look like for the customer receiving it. It could have more information up here if you put in their address, have their email address. And down here, once we get digital signatures from everyone, and we will be doing this at the sales meeting next week, it will have your signature once you submit it. So I'll click submit. At this point, you have not sent the sales rep for this company or the advertiser of this company the order. You have only submitted it as a pending order. This is very important. Just because you click submit does not mean it has yet been sent in case you need to edit it, but it will appear under pending orders. So if I click the pending orders tab for this company, James Test Company 4, I'll see that the order is right here. I have approved it, obviously, because I am P, the publisher. The client has not approved it, so I need to send it to the client. If I wanted to look at the contract, I could click this, and as you'll see, the contract comes up, and there's my digital signature that automatically populates it because I've said this is the order that I'm sending and it is correct as long as you sign it. If I want to send it, I go to this little icon right here, click it. I am sending it to myself because I am the advertiser. Remember, I've created myself as the advertiser. If I wanted to add in extra people to receive it, I would add those email addresses here. I could add an email note. I'm going to send the general order with a signature link, and then I just click send email. And it has been sent. Now if I open my mail, I should find the general order to be approved. So as the advertiser, I've received this order. I can see it down here in a PDF format, but the most important thing is that I can click right here as the advertiser to approve the order. When I click there, I'm taken into the Client Center. As the client or advertiser, I can now see my order, and I can approve it very easily. I'll just click Approve Order, type my name, my title, any notes that I have, and I'll click down with my mouse and make a signature and click Approve. Now, as you can see, the order has been updated. It's been approved by the customer, me, and you will also receive an email that shows that order approval. I just received that email. It says, James Test Company 4 submitted an order through the Client Center for your review and approval. So, it's been submitted. If we go back to now my test company and we refresh it, there's no more pending orders. Or in the pending orders page, it's at least been approved by the client. You'll see right here, it has not been approved by finance yet. Do not worry about this right now because we will be turning that function off when we launch. So once it gets approved by the client, there will be no need for finance to approve it. It will automatically become an order. So right now we have these two steps of approval and finance has not, but again, we will be turning this off. So ignore the F, because when it is turned off, once the client signs it, it will be an approved order and ready to go. Those are the major things that I've received questions about. If you wanted to, say, search for specific companies or by category, you can use your advanced search here by going to Contact, Search Companies, and you can see the categories. If you used the search tool up here, and I associated that company with jars and bottles. If I start typing bottles, it will come up. And if I click search, it should come up. Yep, James Test Company 4. And it will search the category. It will also search, like I said, any other categories that are associated with that you might add in here. So that's all I have for now. We've gone over adding gadgets and then really making sure that people know how to add a company, add that contact to that company. And remember, these are all tests, not actual existing companies. Creating an order, submitting that order, and pretending to be the customer and signing that order so you can see all the steps that your customers will do. Again, join us tomorrow, 10 a.m. I've sent out the link via email about the next